today I am going to behold to you if this works. It did not. The power of fire. Fire is key here. That would have been cooler. So, who here knows anything about fire? Does anyone here really like fire? I know I do. I really like fire. It makes me a pyromaniac. Maybe a little bit. Not too sure. So, is fire a good thing or a bad thing? Good. Good.
Be.
Depends. So depends. All right. Why? Why could fire be good?
Because some plants need it to grow, distract birds and stuff.
Some plants. Yeah, that's exactly. Why can fire be bad?
When it burns down a building.
Los Angeles.
That's very. That is very true. That it can definitely do that. So my name again is David Slunz. I don't remember if I said that. And I'm a student here at UWSP. My goal is to teach you about the goods and the bads and how it can be used effectively. Fire is very important. So what I want you to do first is I want you to turn around and I want you to look at this forest here for a minute. And I want you to tell me in about a minute what's it made of? What is it? What do you see as part of this forest around you? So we're hearing dead trees. Everyone, what else are we seeing? Anything else around here that you notice? Could be natural or not.
Lots of grass.
Grass, cattails, rocks, burn piles,
Brush
that's
piles.
over there. There's wood chips here. Obviously, the one thing I'm noticing about all this, besides the rocks, is that every single thing you've listed right now will burn very nicely if there is one. Now, does anyone know what the #1 leading cause of forest fires is in the United States?
Lightning.
Close second. Lightning is the most popular, natural one that exists.
Campers.
People, almost 80% of all wildfires are started by people, and that could be campfires, someone's lantern falls over, gender reveal party, whatever causes that fire. But there are very specific moments where you burn naturally and for very specific reasons, which is why we're going to go down this way a bit. I'm going to show you a spot that was just very recently burned. Don't worry, it's not too far.
You had 2 minutes.
You said no, so I gave it away. I was giving it to the holder. Y'all can do a takeout. Bye. You're so far ahead.
I'm just a little lad.
Yeah.
I'm just a wee little lad.
This fast. Sorry, I have to walk it.
We're going to stop up here ahead if you guys want to do a little semicircle on the other side of the trail so that people can walk away from you. Students here. Okay, so once again, I ask of you, what do you see? Anything different over here than over there besides the fact that it's a completely different biome?
It's all black.
It's all black. It was burned very recently. Anything else you guys can see here, natural or not? Sign. This is from the fire crew here at UWSP. If you ever want to come out here and burn yourselves, not that way, take part in any burns that are in a controlled environment, they're the ones you want to contact here at the school. But one thing that I always noticed about this spot when it was burned is that this is a wetland. Most people would think, why would you ever burn a wetland? It's wet. It would never really burn naturally, but obviously this one has been burned, and for a very specific reason, which you listed earlier. It's to kill invasive species. So fire is one of the most important tools for conservation to get rid of invasives, because invasive species do not like fire, whereas natural species that are here, they've been growing and evolving to withstand those high temperatures and those fires, and it'll get rid of the invasives and keep a lot of those natural area obviously has been burned, and how often do you guys think they usually burn? Do you know? Anybody know how often they really need to burn this? Around every 3 years, 2 to 3 years is pretty typical for places like this to burn. And the reason again you do that is because invasives, it takes a long time. It's kind of like when you're sick and you go to the doctor, you don't just get one pill, you don't just get one shot for the flu. You gotta keep doing it in order to build up that resistance, in order to build up that immunity, and regrow or rebuild yourself to be better than you were before it happened. And fire is extremely misunderstood in that sense. I know I've seen it many times where I've been a part of a controlled burn, and we've received calls where people are like, oh my gosh, this field is on fire. We're like, yeah, we know, we're here. We did it, we lit it on fire. That was us. And a lot of people don't really understand fires, and they really just see them. They don't get it. Like, to them, fire is that thing that Smokey the Bear has always told them, only you can prevent forest fires, and they really just wanted to stop. And that idea of that really didn't change until around the United States. 1960 was really around when we started to realize that, hey, fire is good. Fire is a tool, not a toy. Don't go setting fires yourselves just because I'm saying it's good. Fire is a very, very healthy tool, one that, if used correctly, is extremely, extremely effective. So now we're going to go back around to the pavilion. I'm going to show you an area that, just like this, before it was built. Extremely dried out. Because then it's harder to control the fire. Obviously, there will always be firemen on standby as well.
You know how Alva Leopold died?
We're going to walk a little bit further.
Yeah, Alva Leopold died.
You can step around if you don't want to step in the wet. Around that way. Stack these up and it just builds extra fuel for the fire. For when they burn this, it'll help with Okay. So, we're going to stop right here. You want to just come over to the left side here so I can just close the right over you. So over here, kind of back behind these trees, we're not going to go too far in there because it's really wet. But you can see kind of what it would have looked like before it was burned. And obviously there's a lot more cattails, there's a lot more of those things. But what can you notice about that area versus the one over there? Is there anything different besides the fact that it's not burned?
Denser.
It's dense. There's one species that is completely dominating that ecosystem. Another reason people can burn, it's not necessarily just for invasives, it's because if there's one species that naturally dominates an ecosystem, even if it's a natural species that's supposed to be there, it can't be good for all of them. And that's when nature will take course with lightning, or another way that happens is decomposing matter creates heat, and if it builds up over enough time, it can actually start fires with the amount of heat that's caused from that bacteria. So at the end of this, I really want you to take away from this is that fire, be afraid of fire, don't go in it, but just know that fire is very important. It's a very good tool. You don't always have to listen to Smokey the Bear. Forest fires can be good if they're under control and they're there to rebuild an ecosystem, thin it out, get rid of invasives, and help to rebuild that ecosystem into a better version of itself whenever you need it to. Really, honestly, you burn it for years and years and years, and it'll always take care of you if you take care of it. Thank you.
Very good last sentence.